Definition of anxiety is an emotion characterized by feelings of tension, worry, thoughts, and physical changes. So anxiety, it's important to understand on a mental level, but actually to deal with it, I'm a big believer that anxiety really needs to be dealt with on a physical level. My name is Linda, and I've been working with people on physical and emotional levels for many years. But for many years, I worked with athletes, Navy SEALs, and so many other people on a physical level. So what I see is that the way we create patterns in our physical body is very similar to the way we create patterns emotionally. Working with athletes, tennis players, and golf players, they have a repetitive motion that they do. They usually swing their bodies in one direction. So after 1 year, 2 years, sometimes 10 years, they might not have any pain. But usually between the 5th and the 10th year, a lot of athletes, if they don't do regular stretching to balance out their body the other direction, they create these muscular physical patterns in their body. And unless they start stretching and balancing out their body, these patterns become chronic pain in the physical body. And the same is true with anxiety. Anxiety is when your body goes in chronic state of fight or flight. So when you experience some kind of trauma, or you're scared, or something from childhood comes up, or you put yourself under stressful conditions for long periods of time, then your body goes into chronic state of hypertension, fight or flight. Maybe the first time you got traumatized, or the first time you experienced stress, great, your body goes there and it comes back, your nervous system calms down and goes back to balance. But after the 100th, 200th time, your body starts operating at a different state, a little bit more hyper. And then if it continues and you don't do practices to calm down the nervous system and your anxiety, then the body starts operating at higher and higher states of tension. So I have 2 tips for you today to reduce your anxiety by going within and working with the physical body. And that is through self-massage and breath work and sound. So let's say you're in the office and you could tell your anxiety is coming on. So you can go into your office and start doing some self-massage, which could look like using your fingers to massage your head. So we have a lot of nerve endings in our head, all around the top, the crown of the head, and especially behind the ear. What I like to do is really apply a decent amount of pressure so I can get out of my head and into the body. The deeper tension really brings me into my body, allows me to feel what's going on in there. So the back of the ears are a great way to calm down the nervous system. Then playing around with the ears, pulling on the earlobes. At the same time, you could be taking deep breaths and making make a sound, letting all that tension release. Playing inside your ear. Again, another way to really dropping into your body is maybe doing deep pressure and then light pressure. And then slowing down your movement, and then maybe going a little bit faster. So after you get your head and your ears, you can go into your jaw, because we store a lot of tension in the jaw. And again, moving your mouth, making some sounds, all these muscles, facial muscles, Again, moving slowly and then maybe a little bit faster, a little bit deeper or lighter, working through the jawline and then your temples. Your forehead. And then around your neck area, around your cranial sacra, right at the edge of the head right here. And also holding on to your shoulders, really digging in and rolling your hands down. And doing that for like 5 minutes, using your senses, sense of touch, your sound, and maybe even listening to some really calming music. If you do that 5 times throughout the day, your nervous system will go back to being balanced so that you're not constantly at this high rate of tension going. Now, let's say you walk into a meeting and you have tension. Some other things you could do is use your fingers. So there are finger positions in Ayurvedic medicine, which is Indian medicine, where they do mudras. Mudras are when you have different finger positions, and each one of them has different effects on the brain. So the tips of our fingers are actually connected to different parts of our brain. One mudra that you'd see normally when people are doing yoga or meditation is holding their index finger and thumb together. Now, this is great for relaxing the nervous system. So let's say you are in a meeting and you're starting to feel nervous and you want to calm yourself down. So maybe you could put your hands like this and put it on your lap, and then add some breath work, taking in deep breaths all the way into your belly, slowing down your breath, then exhaling as long as you can and holding your breath as long as you can. So it could go and holding your breath as long as you can really calms down the nervous system. And then when you take an inhale, it allows you to inhale deeper. The other mudra, holding your index finger down with your thumb, so you can hold your hand like this and tend to your breath. And maybe even if it's possible, you can make little humming sounds. And notice how that may bring your panic tension level from an 8 to a 6.5. And the more you do that, it's going to come lower and lower. So these are a few tips that I wanted to share with you. When you are in a state of anxiety, try to let go of the stories and really try to deal with it on a physical level. Allow your body to support you to calm itself down. I will have 2 other videos. One is yoga movements that could really help you with panic attacks. And the second one is how to breathe properly to calm down the nervous system. Thank you.